Would you speak on Natalie Cline because you would love to know my thoughts? I'll be happy to. Watch this video, then we'll talk about it.
I want to give you an example of why this anti-trans rhetoric is so dangerous. This week in Utah, a state board of education member, which is an elected official, bullied a child. Natalie Cline is the woman's name, and she's been problematic forever, basically. She posted on her Facebook a flyer advertising girls' basketball for a school. She inferred that one of the girls pictured in the flyer was a trans girl. The girl is not a trans girl. They have to upload birth certificates to play. What happened is highly problematic. The girl got bullied by adults. Adults are bullying children now. So this girl, she's athletic, she's muscular, and now she's being bullied for that and called trans by freaking adults. This is so problematic. Kids today are at a higher risk than ever of depression, suicide, anxiety, all of the things. So instead of helping them, we are targeting them. It's absolutely disgusting. If you live in Utah, I'm going to post below where you can call and make a complaint, because this woman has to go. We don't put up with this.
On the Utah State Board of Education website, Natalie Cline has her biography. Here's the first line. Natalie Cline has been deeply involved in the fight for religious freedom, pro-life legislation, and family-friendly education policy for the past decade. Now, typically when somebody has religious freedom, especially for her first item, what they're saying there is, I want the right to impose my religious beliefs on you. So then if you head over to her Facebook page, you can see that that's clearly what she intends. It's filled with all kinds of religious rhetoric, including videos that says something about, if I wanted to destroy America, the first thing I would do is tell young people that God is nonsense. She also has a video posted from Jordan Peterson that's titled The Family and LGBTQ. So what is Natalie Cline doing here? She is normalizing transphobia. She's weaponizing her religious beliefs. She's integrating it into the public education school system because she is very clear about her intentions. She wants to eradicate trans people's existence. Now, even in an apology where she's talking about what happened and how quickly this blew up, here's what she said, quote, "We live in strange times when it is normal to pause and wonder if people are what they say they are because of the push to normalize transgenderism in our society," end quote. That's the start of her apology. She says, but that is definitely not the case with this student, and I apologize again that the conversation around the post turned personal. That was never the intention. Of course it was. Of course that was the intention. So again, she made the excuse that society is trying to normalize transgenderism, which it is not the case. What we're saying is that someone's authenticity, who they truly are, should be accepted and affirmed, not persecuted and judged and eradicated based on your religious beliefs, which is exactly what Natalie wants to do. Now, also on another social media platform, I found a video from a school board candidate in Natalie's district, which is worth listening to. So take a listen.
I hate bullies. I've stood up to them my entire life. And as a teacher, I always let my students know that the safest place in the whole world is our classroom. 2 days ago, state school board member Natalie Cline used her position and platform to bully a child. She went on social media, marked this student as somehow different, and let her followers ruthlessly attack this poor girl. My heart goes out to her and her family, and as long as legislators and school board members keep waging their culture wars in our classrooms, our kids are always going to be the casualties. We have to do better, And thankfully, we can. Look no further than our schools. Teachers expertly design safe, inclusive learning environments for all kids, and our children take incredible care of each other, standing up for what's right, no matter how big and bad the bullies might be. That excellence is not reflected in our state school board. There are fabulous members, but since Natalie Cline joined, it has swung dramatically toward chaos and dysfunction. It's time we swing it back. That's why I'm running for state school board, because we know what better looks like and we know how to make it happen. So Board Member Cline, it's time you resign, so we parents, teachers, and friends can make things better for our children again.
So there certainly is hope in Utah. There's plenty of people calling for Natalie Cline's resignation. And I believe there's a movement for her censure. She must be removed from office. There is no other option here, because if she is not removed from office, then we are normalizing transphobia inside public education by a board member that led to the bullying of a student who is now under police protection for her own safety. We talk about the trickle-down effect of what Christian nationalism is doing to our country. This is exactly what we are talking about. The infiltration of Christian nationalists who then weaponize their religious beliefs to suffocate the rights of others who don't look like, love like, or believe like people like Natalie. It's up to us to be the voice. It's up to us to make sure that we are standing in the gap between those who have been historically oppressed and those who want to annihilate their existence. So if you're in Utah, please go back to that video that I shared. I have it linked below along with another video, and do your thing. Demand that Natalie Cline be removed from office. It must happen to protect our kids. Keep trans kids safe. Stay awake, use your voice, and ultimately vote.